Yes, finally CNN, Fox, and BBC announced what we all have been waiting for: Justice Clarence Thomas, arrested by the police for serious investigation. This news will brighten your day at last. Justice Clarence Thomas was caught in a very scandalous and corrupt activity we all knew when Trump was brought back to ballot. It was unusual, and only one person was involved in this. More details even show the numerous trips and mansions Clarence Thomas owns despite earning $200,000 a year. In this video, we will explain everything you need to know. Justice Clarence Thomas of the Supreme Court is now embroiled in a growing dispute. Questions about possible violations of ethical rules and tax fraud have been raised by reports from Prua that have shown a number of undeclared gifts from rich donors, according to GistFest report from March 8, 202-24. The generous presents were supposedly donated by friends and family and include luxury vacations, private flights, tuition, and a sizable loan for a recreational vehicle. But the timing and character of these gestures have made them the subject of criticism. With his conservative views and long tenure on the Supreme Court since 1991, Justice Thomas has made a name for himself. However, the focus is now on his off-field business transactions. Thomas may have been trying to augment his income with the presents he did not publicly announce, which some legal experts believe might be a way to avoid paying taxes on them. The reason for these presents is the crux of the matter. They may be considered taxable income if their true purpose was to support Thomas's limited salary and ensure his ongoing court service. Importantly, whereas income is subject to taxation in the United States, gifts are not, according to renowned legal scholar Brian Goley. These presents might be considered taxable income since they imply an expectation of Thomas's ongoing participation on the court. For Gal, it sounds like a taxable income for him. As many in the legal world have expressed, legislators have focused on a particular transaction, a $267,000 loan that Thomas used to buy an RV, which adds another layer of intricacy. Thomas would have to pay taxes on the amount if the loan were forgiven, since it would be deemed income. Justice Thomas has maintained his stance, rejecting the idea of a bribe in exchange for favorable court decisions. In the face of growing evidence and public criticism, Thomas described the contributors as among his dearest friends in a statement issued by the Supreme Court's Public Information Office, implying that the contributions were entirely private and unrelated to any professional influence. These results have far-reaching ramifications, both the credibility of the nation's top judge and the limits of federal ethics regulations are called into question. The public in the United States is waiting for watchdog organizations and tax enforcement to clarify whether these hidden presences are harmless gestures of goodwill or an attempt to evade taxes. As events progress, the institution that takes great pleasure in maintaining the law, the Supreme Court, finds itself in a perilous situation. The results of this inquiry have the potential to reshape the moral climate for government officials and establish new standards for